Dearest friends, today we're going to make together a delicious carnival dessert, the naked Migliaccio with chocolate chips, a real treat you absolutely have to try. Watch the video carefully, make it, and let me know the result in the comments. The first thing to do is cook the semolina. So in a small pot we add some water and bring it to a boil. Be careful, in this preparation I'm using water for a slightly lighter version. But for those who want and prefer, you can replace the same amount of water with milk. Okay, the water is starting to boil. Let's add some salt and pour in the remilled semolina all at once like this. And let's start stirring. So we keep cooking, always stirring to avoid lumps. We stir until the dough starts to come away from the sides of the pot. Here we go. Very good. At this point, we can already turn off the heat. Keep stirring to let it cool down a bit. And then, of course, we need to let it cool completely. So what do? Do I pour the dough into a bowl and let it cool completely? Now let's move on to preparing the ricotta cream. In a bowl, as you can see, I put some fresh, soft ricotta. I add the sugar and start mixing to form a creamy mixture. To the ricotta cream, we add chocolate chips. A little more or a little less, as you prefer. If you want a few more, that's perfectly fine too. And while still mixing, add a bit of vanilla extract, about half a teaspoon, and also some grated orange zest. Let's mix a little more. There we go. The ricotta cream is ready. We'll chill it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Great, the semolina dough has cooled down and has become like a nice little pizza. Look, it has hardened, and that's normal. Now, with an electric mixer, we're going to break it up a bit. So we'll separate the dough, then gradually add the eggs, one at a time, until we get a creamy mixture. All right. Okay, now I'm adding the first egg and we keep mixing. And now we add the second egg and keep mixing, breaking it up. So, as you saw, a little cream has formed, but actually there are still some small lumps. So we need to take one more step, which is to sift the batter, because we want it to be really fine and smooth like a cream. So just take a sieve and sift it. Now I'll show you how to do it. Here we go. And now with a spoon, we're going to stir and sift our cream. The semolina has been sifted, and now we're adding the ricotta cream. And now, with the whisk, let's give it one last mix to make the dough creamier and smoother. Very good. I have lined a 24 cm diameter cake pan. I lined it because this way it will be easier to remove the cake. And let's do this. We pour our batter in. See how nice, smooth and soft it is. Let's remove our little clips and use the spatula to gently level the batter like this. And now straight into the oven. The Migliaccio is out of the oven. I baked it at 170 degrees for 55 minutes with a fan oven. Then I let it cool for about half an hour, just to warm it down a bit. Now I'm going to unmold it onto a wire rack, so I'll lift it up. You see how easy it is with the parchment paper. I just lift it up and put it here. And I keep letting it cool completely. It needs to be cold. And one more thing about the baking. When the Migliaccio is in the oven, don't be alarmed if it stays soft. It will always be soft because as long as we keep it in the oven, it will stay soft. Once you take it out, it will start to cool down and it will firm up. Like in this case, you can already see it's nice and firm, but as it cools down even more, it will become even firmer. It's a little tip I wanted to give you. Okay, now our Migliaccio has cooled down and we're going to cover it with a dusting of powdered sugar. One more little tip. Once it has cooled down, the Migliaccio is already ready to be enjoyed. But the advice I give you is to prepare it the day before for the next day, because it's even better the next day. In the meantime, I'll taste it now, just as it is. Super soft. How delicious! And with this super sweet taste, I say goodbye and wish you all a happy carnival.